Hello, everyone. This is Leimomi, Keliikuli, Intuitive Soul. I'm a coach here. And so today I'm here with Meilin, and we are going to share her experience of like working privately with me over the course, actually. It's already almost been a year, right?
Yes, in January I contacted you. Yes.
So I wanted to share with everybody like what that really, felt like for you and where you were before to where you, have transformed into, and kind of share about like the depth of what changed inside of you. So let's maybe just start with like, who you are, who you work with, what do you love doing in your work?
Okay, so I'm Meilin Ankermann, and I love living myself and supporting people in relaxing into themselves so they can, in a way, answer their own questions. Yeah, to find their own rhythm in life, to feel joyful and to move forward, fully expressing themselves with ease, so that it feels very light.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You definitely do very wisdom and sacred work for people, like bringing out their deeper wisdom. So maybe we can go back into time of like what that was like for you back when, you first found me. Like, how did you find me? What got you to kind of, reach out to me, at what level you were, and then, what made you decide that that's the best thing to do now?
I found you over Facebook. I read 2-3 times a post you had posted, and it was very maybe the landscape picture of the Hawaiian landscape got my eye, but there was the way you expressed yourself, the simplicity. You just had a beautiful way, and you had words that triggered something in me, a memory, a connecting to you. That this recognition, and maybe it was the land of Hawaii, and you being a Lo'i, the word, how beautifully you had drawn in gold. Now a year later, I know it was also the gold color. And then also at the time I was in a way a little bit devastated. I knew what my gifts are, but I wasn't really in a very low, sad time of my life when I came to you, and you were so open. In also, I remember I had to fill out so many questions, and I'm not a writer. I can speak. Writing was very and I noticed all night I was staying up answering these questions, and then I sent it off, and the next questionnaire came. I said, oh no, another one. And I was lying on the floor even. I couldn't go to sleep until I had finished those questionnaires. And there was a draw. There was really a strong pulling. So I react to what I moved to. And there was something pulling me to connect and to open up to you, to fill out also those questions as best I could in this moment, even when I was desperate. You can't write so well. I couldn't write so well then in that moment and say what's going on. But I really tried hard. And in that way, I also noticed, oh no, there's more. You will be able to move me forward into whatever it comes.
Then how was it like, after, we had our first session together, and I remember you saying like, wow,
Yeah, that was the first word that just came in my head. I was amazed. It was amazed because you gave an hour. The accuracy, the understanding, your love, your soft, and your smile. Just looking at your smile, I felt right away understood, safe to speak, safe to open up again very deeply to also expose my pain and not just the top layers. And because that is for me then important. If I want to do private work, do I feel comfortable? I don't feel often comfortable, because the understanding has to be there, and the knowledge that you carry, that came through, and the connectiveness to source, and you expressing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a beautiful moment we had when we just connected, and I was like, yay, let's get started.
Yeah, and there was excitement. You're right. There was excitement and fun at the same time. And this is what I really aspire also to feel in my life. Then this excitement, and in a way it felt like a reconnecting, the celebration to meet again. Yeah, we knew each other, and it was like a feeling, we can do this. We can do this together.
Mm-hmm. Then when we were working together, I know you got a lot of like deeper clarity and a deeper understanding about your gifts. What, like, during that time period, like, what was it like going into more deeper into your gifts, and then realizing what you're not, and like leaving the clearing work, like what
the clearing work I could feel right away, even in my sleep. I remember waking up because we're 12 hours apart. I could feel when you were doing. I could see within 3 days differences even in other people. Yeah, how quickly it switched. It also took me really, I had to sleep a lot the first few weeks because of the transmutation and the change that was happening. It was the alignment, right? The body has to align as well, the material body. And I remember that. And the excitement, it wasn't this yoo-hoo the whole time, but there was, yes, finally, and I can do it, and this is gonna work. There was just something to keep me on moving and to keep on moving. And I think at that time, that was one of the most important things I needed, to not say no, and it was to keep me moving, and so I wouldn't give up on myself.
Yeah, I saw like you were actively getting out there and speaking, and like, creating more relationships with other spiritual teachers or leaders out there, and just like watching you blossom that way. It was so beautiful to watch, because you went from like, I don't know what to do with my life, to like, I can do this. Like, I can get out there, bring out this new level of my sacred work. And then like saying like, this is who I am and this is how I'm going to serve. So the clarity that you received, what were the aspects of it that got you to that point where like, oh, I can do this? Like, where did that come from?
Very clearly, it was the awareness of alignment of vocabulary, alignment of my gift. So for me, it was wisdom. Using those words, reflecting on those words that I use, and then also becoming aware of what words am I using already. Yeah, to really notice, oh, I'm doing these things. Oh, then it can't be so bad. The awareness also to see what maybe I've done when I was younger, and to bring that in my life. But the whole alignment, it really changed me. It also changed how I expressed and spoke about my work. It intensified it. It deepened it. And that it also gave me language of what I had desired. So then it became even more clear. Oh, that's why we're connected. That is the desire. Always more alignment, more straight and focused intention lines. And it was maybe with other experiences as well. And always you helping me to see that I'm a process thinker, not a process person, outcome person, to really start dreaming big again, and that my vision can hold me and pull me forward, so I don't have to push myself forward. So all these things, and there was every day something. So after the clearing was really intense. I think I did it so precisely that helped everyone go for it. And yeah, it opened up my voice. I was speaking at that time already radio, but then became free to speak on video, show myself, invite others to speak with me, not just to wait when I had the inspiration. I think that was a big one. And also then to delve outside where I had started confining myself in my home into the outside world, just around Germany. You know, I'd been always then more on the internet in the US, finding my ground, my sacred ground here in Germany too, and living that more.
It's beautiful. So now it's been, I guess, like after we were done, like what kind of events transpired? Like what you got more deeper into your realization of your work and yourself? Like what kind of things showed up after we finished working together?
It was first, it was a little settling of all what we've experienced. There was a little phase of settling, and I would say I'm someone who transfers or whatever. I do it very in depth, so it takes a little more time for me. Other people may be much faster. 3-4 months afterwards to settle in. But even in that time, the settling, I became slower. It was more like organizing, fine-tuning the home, so I could build upon it. But in that time, still parallel, I started my video show, right? My sacred expression show at the same time. So there was a continuum. And now it's even getting bigger now. People are coming now. They see the difference. That is amazing to feel how people approach me now and ask to support me or work with me or co-create with me. And this is exciting. And I'm stepping into big things. Like when friends said, "Oh, do a TV." I said, "Yep, I will do it." And it's easy just to say yes, and there's not a yes, just a yes. I can stand fully behind it, or creating the big peace event in 2018 here in Berlin and bringing all these cultures together, doing it and step by step and learning things I would have not learned or moved out, or even technical things I would have not done. So I just relax into it and say, okay, I wait for the right moment when it feels right, and then I do it. So it's not that it can just center even more. That has helped me. I've noticed that change, and the momentum is building.
Wow, that's amazing. How just that soul alignment and feeling the right way of your expression, your business, and owning that, like really stepping into.
That's the word, owning it.
How much it's transformed in all aspects of your life, not just only what you think that you needed to express for your purpose, or like everything all kind of unfolded and kind of came back and together, right, into like you being yourself.
Yeah, and the one word that comes, that it's inspiring, and it's inspiring that I inspire myself, but it's amazing how just me living more and more in alignment and fine-tuning my alignment, how it inspires others. So through your work, I found myself more fully expressing myself, if through my body, through my painting, or through my words or sound. I mean, it's multitude, but the others then too. It's just we're lifting up all, and that is what is fascinating when people come together to so it can even get larger, vastness can grow.
So thank you so much for sharing with us about your journey, working with me, and just in general, like how it felt like. I think because it's so important to hear from someone who has gone through it, like what happens when you really, really in that soul alignment. So is there anything left you want to share with us?
Yeah, every time when we met, it was for me late at night, but it was always very comfortable. I felt safe. I felt inspired. You could feel me. You could understand me. The advice you brought, or ideas, or always moved me forwards. And it's very important, I think, for everyone to know that this is a space where you can create and really express, even when you're together. And when I was together with you, it was natural. I never had to feel worried or I didn't do that. You understood, and you took me from where I was in that moment at that time, and we created from that moment. And that is the pure bliss.
Yes. All right. So why don't we, lastly share, how we could reach out to you if anybody's really interested in this kind of work of wisdom work and sacred work. And if there's any free gift that you want to share with us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, whoever watches this and comes through Leimomi is always welcomed. I always have a song for you to relax you into yourself. And you can reach me under meilinelke.com, spelled meilinEHLKE.com. And another good way is to email me at info@meilinelke.com. Facebook, Twitter, you can find me there as well. And listen to one of the shows on the radio or view one of the cosmic conversations I hold with fascinating people. And soon will Leimomi as well. And looking forward to getting to know you and hear about your gifts as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This was so awesome to capture this beautiful moment of, how much you have transpired and how much you have brought in a new level of yourself. And I'm just so, blessed that I was able to watch you, really blossom into your expertise and, being able to share that with the world.
Yes, I'm as I said at the beginning, when we spoke before, there are no words to really express how thankful I am for what you brought into my life, and also this beautiful connection we have now. Because and I think everyone who works probably with you, it's a long-term relationship. It's not just for an hour and that's it. It goes on forever. There's this deep connection that we grow into even more and more, and understanding and co-creating. And I think this is priceless.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys all very soon. Aloha.
Aloha. Bye-bye. Tschüss.